The Now What series is a presentation of NET Connects in partnership with the Consortium of Dementia Alternatives. Additional funding is provided by Burlington Capital Foundation, Hillcrest Health Services, and the Nebraska Healthcare Foundation.
Alan Scherr's wife, Sharon, was diagnosed at age 54 with early onset Alzheimer's. Alan and Sharon agreed to appear in the first season of the Now What series in the episode The Caregiver. Since then, Alan has appeared on the show several times, generously sharing his insights and experience. Sharon courageously agreed early on in her progression to share her story in hopes of helping others who find themselves on this journey. As their journey continues, so do the lessons learned along the way.
How's it going, sweetheart? You doing okay? She was 54 when she was diagnosed, and she's 66 now. There are no survivor's walks for Alzheimer's. I know I need to come to grips with, what's life going to be like afterwards, but I don't know when is afterwards? Going into assisted living was not her idea.
When individuals are coming to us, it's often their last resort. It's the choice that they didn't want to have to make.
It's difficult, but it's for the best.
They're coming in with a lot of angst over, am I doing the right thing?
If I would have kept her at home and I didn't have any help, I would have been dead. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of your loved one. I think all caregivers, you end up getting to a point where you do this white lie thing.
So the idea of therapeutic fibbing was hard to grasp.
I was in the military and I told her that I was going to have to work 12-hour days. She'd just stay there for a couple months and I'd come visit her and all that as I could.
My first dementia patient that I took care of, his name was also Joe. He would get up every morning and want to see his father. This man was 99 years old. And he would say, "Where's my dad?" And if you said to him, "Joe, your father has passed away," he would say, "Damn it," and stare at you. And then he would be very sullen and quiet for about the next hour, maybe not even that long. And then he would ask again.
2 weeks into it, she asked, "Well, how long is this going to be going on?" And I said, "Well, just another couple months." That couple months is, in her head, may still be going on.
What we have to look for is what's in the best interest of the individual. You're not doing that person any favors by reminding them of the situation.
Do you remember how to put it on?
I always tell family members, if you're going to move someone into long-term care,
Try it on?
give us 30 days to understand who your loved one is. And it also takes us about 30 days to have the staff kind of rotate, what's she like on the evening, how does he like his breakfast, and learn those patterns.
How does that feel?
Caregivers have to realize that they are the advocates for their loved one.
I don't know your mom like you know your mom. We're never going to know her the way you know her, so we need you. We want to hear it.
Sharon's doctors have been very open to feedback from me. She likes fruit with her breakfast. The people that work in the kitchen know all that. How do they know? Because I've told them.
Dementia changes people. So you might have dad who would never have sat down and eaten, beef stew. It's the only thing he wants to eat.
You don't necessarily demand things of doctors, but suggestions.
We have to be able to trade that information and share it with each other.
It's a very, very expensive disease.
What I see happen sometimes with families who move a loved one into long-term care is they want to hold those cards close to their chest.
Medicare doesn't cover anything. Medicaid does, but you have to spend down and all that.
I think there's a fear that if they don't have enough money, the care will change.
And we have long-term care insurance, thank God. But like, unfortunately, most things after you retire, it's for a set amount. And so as inflation happens, it's not going to increase.
The more open you are about where they're at, the better job we can do of working with you and helping you to plan for your future.
Get some drink next. I come in here every morning, I feed her breakfast, and then there's a little sitting area that we can go to where she can look out the window. And I hold her hand and just kind of talk to her.
It's going to be a nice day today, and then tomorrow may actually hit 70. What do you think?
She holds my hand with a grip that just about stops the blood going through the tip of my finger until she starts going to sleep. And then gradually it loosens up, and when she lets go, I know she's fast asleep. And one of these days, Sharon is going to be there. And part of my support system is the staff.
Oh, she's engaged, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Very engaged.
I think sometimes families are surprised at how invested and how close they become to team members that are taking care of their loved one.
Thank you for allowing me to come visit you. I always enjoy it. I'm right here.
I've had to adapt
So's Alan.
throughout my life to a lot of different situations. And I've done a pretty good job in doing that.
I see those eyes.
So often, though, with Sharon's help, and this would be something that Sharon wouldn't be able to help me with. That's something I've got to come to grips with, and it's not an easy thing to think about.